Hyde Park is a culturally rich neighborhood in the heart of Los Angeles, but for years, residents there have had to live with the fear of gang violence every day.
Come on, cuz, you stupid? You finna buy a gram, cuz?
Cuz, I'm about to just get tanked up.
Lincoln County prosecutors are laying out their case against the man charged in the killing of Grammy Award-winning rapper Nipsey Hussle.
Ermias was born on August 15, 1985, in the South LA Crenshaw district. He had a unique upbringing as despite his parents' separation, he was fortunate to have both his mom and dad actively involved in his life, living just minutes apart. His family was a close-knit unit, including himself, his little sister, and his older brother, whom he would later fondly refer to as Black Sam.
Introducing the Rockin' Brothers, Ermi, Askedom, and Samuel Askedom.
Hip-hop was a constant presence in Ermias' life. By the age of 6, he was already memorizing songs from his favorite rap group, Criss Cross. The era was marked by numerous young artists signing with labels and skyrocketing to fame, igniting a dream within Ermias to make music and secure a record deal. He began writing his first rhymes as a child, fully expecting his path to follow the same trajectory. When success didn't materialize as quickly as he hoped, he contemplated giving up. Ermias found inspiration in his older brother Sam, who was a significant influence during his formative years.
He sold candy, shine shoes, cut grass, water lawns, man, everything.
Sam's hustling spirit and resourcefulness left a lasting impact on Ermias as he observed his brother's various endeavors to earn a living. This motivation drove Ermias to seek his own path to success. Remarkably, Ermias was already working his first job in the 6th grade, shining shoes at a local shop around the corner in Slauson. Some days, he'd pocket nearly $100, a considerable sum for a young boy. This experience taught him valuable lessons in managing and saving money. His early financial success only fueled his desire to earn more. He expanded his entrepreneurial ventures by selling candy and mowing lawns, demonstrating his determination to achieve financial independence. Despite his affinity for making money, Ermias' unwavering dream remained in the world of music. A friend across the street from him owned the only computer in their neighborhood. Ermias diligently saved up to purchase a microphone, and at just 11 years old, he recorded his first song, using a Snoop Dogg instrumental as his canvas. Recognizing Ermias' deep passion for music, his mom enrolled him in a program that exposed kids to music studios and taught them the ins and outs of music equipment. Ermias, thanks to this program, began to grasp the fundamentals of engineering his own music and crafting beats. His burgeoning talent for producing beats started gaining recognition among his peers, who soon began seeking his production expertise. While Ermias excelled at side hustles to make money, he knew he couldn't afford the high cost of studio equipment. To bridge this gap, he ventured into a different world, gang culture.
This ain't image we promoting, none of that. I'm not promoting gangbanging in no shape, form, or fashion. None of that. Nah. Twisted.
You have a major problem, but the way we're working to solve the problem is just not the police. There is not a police solution.
Despite having the potential to complete high school, he dropped out during his sophomore year, shifting his focus entirely to music. His mother's reaction was understandably negative, leading to his expulsion from their home. He relocated to his grandmother's place just around the corner, where he could continue his musical pursuits without restrictions.
My advice would be define who you are and what you are and be clear on that, meditate on that, and then live and die by it.
Ermias' dedication to music remained unwavering. At around 15, he began to see it as his ticket out of the circumstances that surrounded him. Initially rapping under the moniker Concept, he formed a rap group with his friends, including a fellow named Brian, who later gained fame as Kid Ink. Their group was named the Stranded Minds. They managed to acquire enough equipment to record their tracks, setting up shop at their friend Rimpa's house. It was during these sessions that their musical journey truly began. While recording, Ermias realized that he needed a name that better reflected his life and experiences. His friend Baby Gooch, who noticed Ermias' resourcefulness in making money, proposed that he adopt the name Nipsey Hussle. The name paid homage to Nipsey Hussle, a poet and comedian from the 1950s, with a slight tweak to better suit Ermias' streetwise lifestyle. And that's how the legend of Nipsey Hussle was born. As all this was going down, Nipsey remained deeply rooted in the streets, steadily building his reputation. It was back in 2003 when he released his very first mixtape, boldly titled "Fuck the Middleman." He hit the streets, selling it from the trunk of his car within the neighborhood and rocking small block parties. It was also during this period that a change was brewing in his mindset. At 18, a pivotal moment struck when his family embarked on a 3-month trip to his father's homeland. Witnessing the stark living conditions there ignited a realization of how blessed he truly was. Upon returning, he couldn't ignore the rising dangers on the streets. A shootout, captured on camera, left an indelible mark. Though Nipsey remained unidentified, the harsh sentences handed down to his close friends underscored the harsh reality of his chosen path. This marked a transformative moment in his life. Nipsey decided it was time to make substantial changes. He parted ways with his white Lincoln, selling it to a friend, and joined forces with his brother to construct their own recording studio. Every penny he had found its way into nurturing his talent and brand. Early in 2005, he ventured into the paperwork to kickstart his own label, naming it Slauson Boys. With a dedicated recording space, he could churn out music at a faster pace. December 2005 witnessed the release of Slauson Boys Vol. 1. Copies were printed, and he distributed them to everyone he knew, offering a straightforward pitch. If it's not your jam, toss it out your car window.
I was with me. My sales pitch used to be, if it's garbage, throw it out the window, bro.
This approach drew ears to his music, although his fame remained relatively low-key. A friend named Big U recognized the intense effort Nipsey was putting in and took up the mantle to manage him. This turned out to be a game-changing decision since Big U came with an array of connections. Among those connections was Steve Lobel, who chanced upon Nipsey's Slauson Boys mixtape and was smitten by it. With Steve and Big U as his managers, Nipsey's career gained considerable momentum. Their dedication was such that they pushed his music as if it was their own. In 2006, he made his debut in the mainstream with a feature on a track from Tupac's posthumous album, Pac's Life. However, just when things seemed to be falling into place, setbacks continued to emerge. In November of the same year, a police raid on his brother's residence led to the confiscation of their studio equipment. Nipsey was also slapped with charges linked to a shotgun found during the raid. This stumbling block led him back to the streets in a bid to accumulate funds for legal representation. Nevertheless, his journey took a promising turn when he crossed paths with Johnny Shipes, while on the set of the Bone Thugs and Harmony movie I Tried. Johnny, who had his label under Sony and Epic Records, was willing to take a chance on Nipsey, regardless of his gang ties. However, trouble had a way of seeking him out. Shortly after sealing the record deal, Nipsey was ensnared in legal troubles. At a party, an underage girl falsely accused him and others of misconduct. Equipped with the financial resources from his new deal, he hired a formidable lawyer and quickly cleared his name. This episode put his music career back on track, with a track named Bullets Ain't Got No Name, produced by Kid Ink, being the flag bearer. This became the title of his first mixtape under the label, unveiled in April 2008, marking his official entry into the music industry. Nipsey's fame grew as he collaborated with prominent West Coast figures such as The Game and Snoop Dogg. He earned recognition not just for his music, but also for his entrepreneurial savvy. He established a range of businesses, including a Fat Burger restaurant, a cell phone store, and a hair shop in his neighborhood. In 2013, he embarked on a unique approach to music releases with his Crenshaw mixtape. His proclamation? He would produce only 1,000 copies, each for $100. Initially met with skepticism, he proved the naysayers wrong. Barely a month later, he opened a pop-up shop in LA for the mixtape release, and all copies were sold out that very night, with Jay-Z purchasing 100 of them. This project also broke into the Billboard 100, peaking at number 63. Nipsey persisted in building his brand through touring and diversifying his business ventures. In 2018, he released his debut album, Victory Lap, which skyrocketed to number 4 on the Billboard charts and earned him a Grammy nomination. His singles were no slouch either, achieving gold status and earning him his first ever plaques. Things were on the upswing as Nipsey thrived in various areas, from collaborating with Puma to investing in apps and purchasing the entire plaza connected to his Marathon clothing store. This last feat was particularly momentous, considering it was the same plaza where he had previously hustled illegally. Subsequently, he dropped Racks in the Middle, a single featuring Roddy Ricch, which became his highest charting song to date. The future looked brighter than ever for Nipsey. Yet, on March 31st, 2019, tragedy struck. Nipsey went about his day, heading to his Marathon clothing store to assist a friend recently released from prison, providing him with free clothes. He chatted with fans, took pictures, and everything seemed like any other normal day. But at 2:52 p.m., he posted a tweet saying, "Having strong enemies is a blessing." Little did he know that this would be the last message he'd share on social media. Just minutes later, a man walked up to Nipsey and a few others outside their store and opened fire. Nipsey was hit in the leg, stomach, and the back of his head before the assailant fled. Despite the efforts of many people to save him, Nipsey Hussle's life came to an end on that day. Before he passed away, he made it clear that the marathon would continue, and his legacy would live on. Nipsey Hussle's untimely departure left the music world in disbelief. Artists from every corner of the industry came forward to defend his memory and celebrate the enduring impact of a true legend. It was a moment that reminded us all of the lasting power of his work.
If I go change, young rich nigga bossed up on his own, man. My new shit sound like a soul train.
Regarding his relationships, Nipsey Hussle had several significant ones in his life. His most prominent and cherished relationship was with actress Lauren London, which began in 2013. Their deep connection was evident to anyone who saw them together, and they welcomed a son, Cross Asghedom. Nipsey also had a daughter, Imani Asghedom, with his former girlfriend, Samantha Smith. While his relationship with Lauren London was more dominant in the public eye, it's essential to note that Nipsey remained actively involved in his daughter's life, despite his separation from Samantha Smith. Tragically, in 2019, Nipsey lost his life, which had a profound impact on not only Lauren London and Samantha Smith, but also the entire music and entertainment industry. Nonetheless, Nipsey's memory and the love he shared with his family continue to be celebrated and remembered.
Williams over Coltrane, Eric B by the rope chain, RC we for show bang, Tiny Lokes.